Sound Energy has a new measure they say could be used to prevent wildfire in Kittitas County, but only as a last resort. That's coming up.
Also here at 6, an insurance crisis when it comes to natural disasters. New information is out and we'll explain. Also ahead, take a look at this. An irrigation canal break is causing new problems for an area of Grant County. What you need to know. Stacy.
And we've been tracking some hazy, smoky conditions, but look what I see, a little bit of blue, improving air quality on the way, 96 degrees and a cool down coming next week. All the details in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Austin Reed. Power companies are required to have policies in place to prepare and respond to wildfires. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell attended a community meeting last night to hear from Puget Sound Energy representatives about their plan to try to reduce the risk of catastrophic wildfire.
Puget Sound Energy has identified Kittitas County as an area that's at high risk for wildfire, and they've been working to make sure they don't contribute to that risk.
They've been sending out crews to clear out surrounding vegetation that could fall on power lines and spark a fire. The next line of defense, enhanced power line settings.
It just makes our lines super sensitive. If something hits the line, causes a fault, it'll turn off that section of the circuit, and then we'll need crews to actually go out there and inspect those lines in person before we turn it back on.
But in the event of strong winds, very dry vegetation, and low humidity in a high-risk area, they have another option, a public safety power shutoff.
It's essentially turning off select high-risk lines during extreme wildfire conditions, just to prevent any risk of our lines creating more risk for wildfire.
Customers notified 2 days in advance.
Via call, text, or an email based on your account preferences.
If the shutoff is long enough, they'll set up a community resource center nearby.
So customers have a place to go, get information, can get, a bottle of water, be able to charge.
It's an option they haven't used so far, but they're prepared to do so if necessary.
I'm just wondering who makes the call.
There's kind of a chain of command where essentially it's the VP of operations who will make the final call. But that's informed by, a cascade of inputs,
including an in-house meteorologist, boots on the ground, and system operations.
Measure of last resort, we don't want to be using this tool, but it is a tool in our toolbox if we see those risks are high.
PSE asking anyone who relies on a medical device like a ventilator that requires power to operate to call 1-888-225-5773 to add life support status to their account.
We want to know where you're at. We want to make sure your customer account is flagged so we can, you can be the first round of calls we make in advance of a PSPS. And we can direct you to resources.
If there is an active wildfire happening nearby, Puget Sound Energy does have a reactive de-energization policy that would allow them to shut down the power lines at the request of emergency officials. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Emily, we appreciate that. Pacific Power has responded to a letter sent by Yakima County commissioners regarding their concerns about the impact of energy and emergency de-energizations. The company has been turning off power to any assets near an active wildfire to avoid potentially making the fires worse. Commissioners say it's happened at least 9 times so far in Yakima County, and they have asked the company to include more local input in their decisions after some of those shutdowns affected businesses and residents miles away from the fire. The president of Pacific Power replying with his own letter and meeting personally with commissioners. And in their letter, Pacific Power basically said that they plan to meet further with Yakima County officials to discuss concerns moving forward. Fire crews continue to stay vigilant as we continue through this wildfire season. This is a vegetation fire that started just off of Pearl Street in Pasco this afternoon. Fire agencies were able to put it out quickly, but the conditions remain high for the risk of fires. While the ongoing wildfires are affecting certain areas of our region, something that we all get impacted by is the smoke. Let's check in with First Alert's Stacy Lee for a first look at the forecast, and we got to talk about our air quality, Stace.
That's right. We've been seeing moderate air quality all week with some areas getting into unhealthy, but we're going to see a shift because we have winds coming down from the north. We're already seeing a little bit of blue sky where we were just seeing smoke and haze just a little while ago. And yes, our air quality is in the moderate zone this evening. So looking good. Things should start to improve as the night moves along and those winds start to shift down from the north. Still nice and warm outside. Most of us in the 90s right now, and temperatures are dropping. We made it to 99 today in the Tri-Cities, 94 right now in Yakima, 96 Hermiston, 91 in Walla Walla. Spokane versus the Dust Devils tonight at the stadium. Here's what your temperatures are going to look like. It's going to be warm to start with, but things will cool down as the night moves along. 65 for your overnight lows, a little bit of smoke and haze. That should start to improve. Tomorrow, look for another warm day with mostly sunny skies, light afternoon winds, 6 to 12 miles per hour. So warm and hazy tonight. We have some stray thunderstorms mainly in central Oregon and across the Cascade Mountains tomorrow. Temperatures are getting closer to normal for this time of year, and we have a big cool down coming your way next week. I'll get to all the details in your First Alert weather forecast. Austin?
Looking forward to that, Stacey. Thank you. An update now on the retreat fire burning in Yakima County just west of Natchez. Almost 46,000 acres have burned since the fire started 16 days ago. It is now 64% contained. Highway 12 is still closed eastbound at the summit of White Pass. Westbound traffic stops at the junction of US 12 and SR 410. Today, the California Complex Incident Team, number 14, took over command of the fire and are continuing to work on containment and suppression of it. The Battle Mountain Complex fire is staying at just over 182,000 acres burned and 48% contained. For safety, the Bureau of Land Management and the Umatilla National Forest closed the public lands in the area. Smoke from all the regional fires is expected to persist as the fires continue to burn out, and also from the small burns started by fire operations. That includes removing already dry vegetation that will help to keep the fires from spreading. The Pioneer Fire in Chelan County that started 2 months ago has now burned over 37,000 acres. It's at 13% containment. All evacuation levels are still in place across the area. There are still a lot of perimeter fires to deal with. That's due to dry vegetation. Firefighters do have help from aircraft, but the fire is moving into difficult terrain. After months of wild weather impacting the country, experts say the situation is turning into what some are calling an insurance crisis. As Lee Waldman explains, natural disasters are forcing some home insurance providers to move out.
Natural disasters like tornadoes, hurricanes, and wildfires are becoming more common across the United States, as are climate issues like rising sea levels and heat waves. Beyond the billions of dollars worth of damage, homeowners are feeling an extra wave of hardship as several insurance companies are pulling out of several states and taking coverage options with them.
What lessons learned did you take away from Harvey?
Have good insurance.
It's a common theme in coastal communities.
You know, if you want to live here, insurance isn't cheap. That is for sure.
But it's a reality that is quickly spreading across the country.
At least 18 states have experienced significant increases in insurance rates and insurance companies declining to write insurance or in some cases pulling out entirely.
Dave Jones, the director of the Climate Risk Initiative at UC Berkeley School of Law, says we are currently in an insurance crisis like we have never experienced before.
We're marching steadily toward an uninsurable future in the United States.
Historically, because of things like hurricanes and wildfires, rates for home insurance would go up in places like California and Florida, so providers could still make a profit. Jones says now we're seeing some companies pull out of states like Iowa, Illinois, Kentucky, Wisconsin, and Florida completely because they're bleeding money from natural disaster claims.
They're in a business to make a profit, and the losses are real.
35 states offer what's called a FAIR plan to step in when companies refuse coverage due to high risk factors. Jones believes the federal government should step up as well.
If you had a federally taxpayer-funded reinsurance program, that would reduce costs for the FAIR plans and help them better survive as they're seeing their policy numbers go up.
On top of the federal plan Jones proposed, he said insurance companies should change how they're calculating rates to factor in mitigation efforts like fireproofing a roof or hurricane-proofing a home. In New York, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
Well, the news at 6 is just getting started. Still ahead, the IRS is getting ready to resume reviewing COVID-era employee claims. Plus, who is feeling spicy? The city of Pasco is, and we'll explain. And the weekend is getting closer. Here's a live look from our Apple Valley studio camera in Kennewick. Stacy Lee tracking your forecast as we are getting closer to the weekend. Stay with us.
Meet FatBeam Fiber, the fastest growing fiber provider in the West. With over 150,000 fiber miles across 150 cities and 8 states, we offer reliable internet and top-tier service to business, government, healthcare, education, and residential customers. From dedicated internet access to wireless backup, our team ensures 99.99% uptime and superior connectivity. Trust FatBeam Fiber to expand network capabilities and protect your data. Discover more and request a quote at fatbeamfiber.com.
Board-certified family medicine provider Dr. Michael Adling is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Benton City Clinic. His services include annual physicals and preventative care, well child exams, the treatment of cold and flu, acute illnesses, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Adling, call the Benton City Clinic at 509-588-4075. Or to learn more about his services, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
It's Mr. Mattress's Overstock Summer Liquidation Sale. Discover luxurious mattresses, bedding, pillows, and more at sale prices. Experience unmatched comfort with free delivery on local orders in the Tri-Cities. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to upgrade your sleep. Shop now and enjoy comfort at amazing prices. Visit Mr. Mattress at 1395 George Washington Way in Richland to upgrade your nights with quality and comfort. Mr. Mattress Overstock Summer Liquidation Sale.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Join the fun at Giza Stadium this Friday, August 9th, as we indulge in a family feast night. $2 hot dogs, soft drinks, and more, thanks to the Tri-Cities Airport. Saturday, August 10th, your Dust Devils will play as the Viñedos de Tri-City and end the game with a magnificent fireworks show brought to you by IBEW 112 and NECA. Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series, gas, hybrid, or all-electric. These are the deals you've been waiting for. So don't wait. Make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. Lease a 2024 F-150 STX Super Crew for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Next ET, counting down to It Ends With Us, we're with Blake Lively in full bloom.
I didn't want her to come off like a delicate flower.
Plus, on set of SEAL Team's final season, next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 12th through the 18th.
We are back now with breaking news just into the Apple Valley News Now newsroom. Several first responders are on scene of a crash in Pasco. It happened about 20 minutes ago on Wrigley Drive and Road 60. One of those cars ended up crashing up onto the lawn and nearly hitting the house. At least one person was hurt. Our crew at the scene is now talking with officers. We will update you on the situation in our next half hour. Other news now, the city of Pasco putting out a call for participants in its pepper eating contest during the Fiery Food Festival. The annual event includes various activities, bands like you're hearing here, and of course food. The pepper eating contest is free. Participants will eat various peppers, increasing in heat. Organizers say only those with a stomach of steel will make it to the end.
They have, I think, 60 seconds or so to eat the pepper completely, except for the stem, and then those who make it through move on to the next pepper.
The sign-up link can be found on any of the Pasco City social media pages. The festival takes place September 14th from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. at Peanuts Park. We are following up now, as today is the one-year anniversary of the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. August 8th, 2023 is when they began on the island of Maui in Hawaii. Mourning are remembering the more than 100 people who died in the blaze. Survivors are trying to heal and rebuild, as Amy Kiley reports.
The first year was about survival. The second year will be about rebuilding.
Today marks 1 year since wildfires began devastating the Hawaiian island of Maui. It's the deadliest such disaster in modern U.S. history, killing more than 100 people. Hawaii Governor Josh Green says to honor them, he has ordered flags to fly at half-staff.
It has been an incredible challenge for so many families.
Officials say the flames left more than 3,000 families homeless.
Here was a lanai that you can have barbecues and everything right over here.
A year later, officials say many still don't have permanent housing. The governor hopes the recent $4 billion settlement with Hawaiian Electric and others will help people start over.
This is our sixth move, so hopefully we're hoping it'll be our last until it's time to rebuild.
The historic community of Lahaina is still devastated after it was largely wiped out.
We didn't know that our whole town would be gone.
It's the former capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii. The remnants of this church are on what's considered the birthplace of Christianity on the island. Its graveyard is still intact. Some believers see that as a sign of hope.
I was actually amazed how much is still intact. I think because of the people that are here, it's protected.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
More remembrance ceremonies will be taking place through this weekend.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And a live look outside on our Biomar Skycam on top of a Tannum Ridge, looking down into the Yakima Valley. Been dealing with smoke and haze yet another day of that. But good news, Yakima, I think that things are going to start to move out. You're going to start getting better air quality and a little less smoke and haze. 94 degrees right now. Winds are light at 6, humidity at 17. Our feels like temp is 90 and our sunset at 8:16. We still have some air quality alerts for Yakima County until further notice. Morrow County, that's going to expire tomorrow at noon. And things are starting to improve through the area. Right now, our air quality levels sitting at moderate, but we're starting to see that little blob of green means we're starting to clear out as a northerly flow of winds are going to come down and clean that air. In fact, we can see it here on our visible satellite. You see the gray is a lighter, that's like a light haze above us, but that darker color here is what we've been dealing with all day. Futurecast shows even more transitioning to cleaner air quality as those northerly winds will push all that smoke down to the south of us. So look for better improvement in air, not as icky outside. Weather pattern, we've been watching this heat dome that's all the way from east of Dallas to Los Angeles sitting in place, hot, hot, hot. But as we get up north, we have a northerly flow. Let's zoom in on the Pacific Northwest. Here comes the cooler air down from Canada, and that's going to come through our area. Now, will we see any showers from this flow? Possibly in the Cascades and on the Olympic Peninsula. More than likely, we're going to stay dry here on the east side of the state with a stray pop-up thunder shower possible, very low percentage of that. This is what it looks like when we get into towards the weekend. Here's the cold front moving in, though, from Canada. That's bringing lots of cold air down from Minnesota all the way into Montana and south into Colorado. 20 to 25 degrees below the average here in August. So unusual front, but that is what's going to give us the cooler air. Temperature trends, we've been saying staying just slightly above the average, and we will see that into the weekend. And then we're going to start to see things sliding down below average as we get into next week in the Columbia Basin, Yakima, Walla Walla. All of us are going to get finally a little bit of heat relief from this hot summer we've been seeing. Partly cloudy with hazy conditions tonight, improving air quality, 50s and 60s. Most most of us in the 60s tonight. Tri-Cities 65, 67 in Yakima, 63 in Hermiston, as well as Walla Walla, and a cooler 58 there in Pendleton. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. Again, better air quality through the region. Temperatures throughout into the 90s. If you're heading out on the links this weekend, maybe do an early tee time. It warms up in the afternoon, but should be a great weekend for golf with improving air quality. 7-day planning forecast. There's your slight chance of showers. Very light, very windy again on Monday. Temps in the 80s for Yakima. Ellensburg, we're going to be in the 90s through Saturday, cooling into the 80s. Look at Tuesday, down to 82 degrees. In Hermiston, it's going to be warm through the weekend. 90 on Monday with some gusty winds. 80s as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Taking a peek at Walla Walla, also going to stay in the 90s through the weekend with temperatures dropping into the 80s. Sunny skies, improving air quality with some breezy possible winds and a very slight chance of a stray thunder shower. And for the Tri-Cities, we're going to stay in those warm 90s through the weekend. Should be excellent boating weather for you. Getting windy and temperatures hitting those upper 80s. Right where I like it. I like it right around 85 to 90. That's my sweet spot.
That's the sweet spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boating, huh?
Boating.
It's a boating weekend.
There we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Stace. Coming up next year on your news at 6, the CDC has a new report on a link between childhood deaths and vaccines. The results are up next.
It's time for Columbia Basin Buildings and Shed's summertime sales event. Discover our wide variety of buildings, including custom build options to fit your unique needs, and they are all on sale. Minimum of 10% off all buildings. That's right. We offer free and fast delivery, and we're committed to unbeatable quality and service. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season. Come visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds in West Richland and Sunnyside for the best deals of the season.
The savings continue with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Save $20 on a Coleman 4-person Skydome tent, now just $49.99. Save on a Yoli Klamath Easy Lift 10x10 canopy. Purina Layina 40-pound crumble or pellet feed is just $14.99. Plus, spring and summer apparel is up to 50% off. Find our latest mailer online or pick one up in-store today at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown. Honest values.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals, ready in 2 minutes.
STCU is pleased to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
With more than 5,000 votes, we're down to the final 4 restaurants. The semifinal round of voting starts soon, so stay tuned. A big thank you to our sponsors, STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest.
Are you ready? Covering the biggest events right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I am in.
I'll be there.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
Good morning, Northwest, and good morning, America.
Now that's good.
Yakima's rockin' as Apple Valley News Now welcomes Downtown Summer Nights each Thursday through August 22nd. Music, food, drinks, a kid zone, and so much more. Plus, I'll be live August 15th, so join me for Downtown Summer Night.
Meet Fatbeam Fiber, the fastest growing fiber provider in the West. With over 150,000 fiber miles across 150 cities and 8 states, we offer reliable internet and top-tier service to business, government, healthcare, education, and residential customers. From dedicated internet access to wireless backup, our team ensures 99.99% uptime and superior connectivity. Trust Fatbeam Fiber to expand network capabilities and protect your data. Discover more and request a quote at fatbeamfiber.com.
We are back now with some health alerts. The CDC says routine childhood vaccinations have prevented more than 1 million deaths for people born between 1994 and 2023. The report says these vaccinations prevented hundreds of millions of illnesses and tens of millions of hospitalizations. The findings from this report is based on 117 million children and 9 different vaccines. In the meantime, a new study found using marijuana daily for years may risk the overall risk of head and neck cancers by up to 5%. However, researchers did not find a link between occasional marijuana use and these cancers. Head and neck cancers make up 4% of all cancers in the United States, with more than 71,000 new cases and 16,000 deaths expected this year alone. Coming up, we are going to take a look at some of the Washington election results that have been updated today. Don't go anywhere.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
You're all looking for something new.
New?
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Z Fold 6 on us.
I usually just try out a new look, but that sounds lit.
I heard their cameras have new Galaxy AI features.
Have what?
Galaxy AI.
Gonna get one now.
I'm fine.
New and current customers get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Z Fold 6 on us. US Cellular, built for us.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at.
When it's time for an update or a complete remodel,
just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're gonna rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay. What do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Columbia Ability Alliance needs your support August 7th and 8th during the Giving Blitz. Your donations unlock matching sponsor funds, maximizing impact for those with disabilities and barriers. Text BLITZ to 44834 or visit ColumbiaAbilityAlliance.com/blitz to donate.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Joan, what are your must-haves in a man?
I'm very picky about a man being a gentleman, somebody who's generous, and also somebody who's humble.
Whoever that guy is, we want you to be happy.
I want to propose a toast. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys have been the best family in the world. I'm not here to replace Dad. I just want our family to be whole again. Cheers to a great adventure.
Next Extra, murders, megastars, and mobsters.
I've always wanted to play a gangster.
The ultimate fall TV preview. What show is about to deliver
the starriest season yet?
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
An awesome flight over a lakeside community in northern Idaho.
We have the beautiful lake right here, the bike trail, amazing businesses.
Harrison.
We have some of the most beautiful sunsets you'll ever see in your lifetime.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
The 15th annual Tee Up for Kids Golf Tournament presented by Legends Casino and Hotel is back at Apple Tree Golf Course on Wednesday, September 11th. To register, go to firstteecentralwashington.org. Put your team together today.
Welcome back, Smokey Bear. Smokey Bear celebrating his 80th birthday on Friday, so tomorrow.
That's right. The senior bear is a beloved fictional bear, first appearing on a wildfire prevention poster in August of 1944 and quickly became America's symbol for wildfire prevention.
Yeah, his original message was care will prevent 9 out of 10 forest fires.
Now it's the familiar saying, only you can prevent wildfires.
A year-long celebration of Smokey Bear's 80th birthday kicks off Friday with an award ceremony honoring wildlife prevention heroes.
Although I like Smokey, I'm afraid to see a real bear.
I know we were talking about that just before we aired the story. So, all right, coming up next here on your news at 6:30, more results in Washington's primary election, where things stand right now. Plus, new graduates for Benton County's drug court program, inspiration for people who want to change for the better. Your news at 6:30 begins now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back to the area's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. and every night at 6:30 we begin with weather first.
That's right. We've been talking about, cool down, but a lot of the weather we've been talking about has been that air quality and the smoke and haze, and we've been watching that today. But you know what? Things are starting to look a little bit better. In fact, those pockets of green are clearing through. A lot of the smoke is now starting to move south, so we will get improving air quality. But there still is a light smoke and haze around the area. Air quality moderate right now. Nobody's in the unhealthy zone, and we're starting to see some green, so that is good news. 96 degrees on our Legends Casino sky cam, taking a peek out at the Columbia River. Some folks enjoying those warm temperatures out there on their boats. Just a great night for that. Our feels like temp 93, our sunset tonight at 8:16. Let's talk about what's coming up. Other temperatures around the area. We're in the 80s and 90s all through the region. We've got a great Dust Devil game tonight playing Spokane. They're in the 90s to start with. You'll be down to 84 by 9 o'clock. 65 with partly cloudy and hazy skies, improving air quality overnight with those north winds 7 to 10. And tomorrow it's going to be another warm one with temperatures in the mid and upper 90s with mostly sunny skies. So to recap, a warm, hazy night ahead. Some stray thunderstorms possible in central Oregon or in the mountains. Temperatures near normal as we get into next week. And then we have a big cool down. I'll tell you just how cool it's going to get in your first alert full weather forecast. Austin?
Thank you, Stacy. Now to an update on the breaking news we first brought you at 6 o'clock earlier tonight. Several first responders are on the scene of this crash in Pasco. It happened on Wrigley Drive and Road 60. One of those cars ended up crashing onto the lawn and nearly hitting a house. At least one person was hurt. Authorities say one person failed to stop at the stop sign and slammed into the other driver. The current condition of the person who was hurt is not yet known. Now, the road reopened about 10 minutes ago. Well, we are turning now to politics, and let's take a look now at some of the current election results for the statewide primary race. We're going to start with the Washington governor's race. Bob Ferguson at 46%, Dave Reichart sitting at 27%. Let's take a look at the Attorney General's race. Pete Serrano of Pasco, 41%, Nick Brown with 36%. Now to the congressional 4th District race, where it looks like it will be Jared Sessler facing off against Representative Dan Newhouse, the incumbent on the November ballot. Let's talk about the U.S. Senator's race. Maria Cantwell, not a big surprise here, 58% to Dr. Garcia's 21%. Now, if you would like to see more results, head over to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Just click on the top bar where it says election results. You can find updates there. Other news now. For the first time, we are getting a look at video of the moment of an officer seeing former President Trump's would-be assassin just before the shooting began. Take a look.
It's the moment we've heard so much about, seen now for the first time on police body camera. A Butler Township police officer asking for a boost to check the roof of the AGR building outside former President Trump's rally. There's no audio in this video obtained by CNN. You can see on the timestamp this is less than 1 minute before Crooks started shooting. The officer climbs up to the roof and almost immediately drops down, and the tone changes. You don't see it on the video, but police have said Crooks aimed his rifle right at the officer. He runs to the other side of the building to look at the roof, and on this officer's dash cam, which was recording audio, you can hear those first 3 gunshots from Thomas Matthew Crooks at 6:11 p.m. The officer rushes back to his car to get his rifle. You hear him shout to other law enforcement officers on the dash cam.
Don't point up your head, he's right there!
Back to the officer's body cam.
This close, bro, dude, he turned around on me. He's straight up! Who's got eyes on him?
Chaos ensues. By this point, the gunman, Crooks, has already been killed by Secret Service, but it doesn't appear local law enforcement is aware.
You were about to hop up. He's laying down. He's got an arm. Next building over. Right after the gap. He's got glasses, long hair.
These videos provide new insight into local law enforcement's movements moments before the shooting and the frantic aftermath. Since that day, there's been finger-pointing between U.S. Secret Service and Western Pennsylvania law enforcement, including testimony from the acting director of the Secret Service asserting local snipers hidden in a building could have spotted crooks.
I'm not saying that they should have neutralized him, but if they'd have just held their post and looked left, maybe, and there's a lot of maybes there, Senator.
A lot of maybes,
But this new body camera footage also suggests local law enforcement had warned Secret Service they needed to protect the building crooks used to fire the shots.
I told them they need to post the guys over here. I told them that the Secret Service. I told them that Tuesday. I told them to post guys over here.
I have no contact with either side.
What?
I thought you guys were on the roof.
No, we're inside.
Alpha 1, Bravo 1. Hickey.
I told them to post guys over here.
I wasn't even concerned about it because I thought someone was on the roof. I thought that's how how can you lose a guy walking back here?
They were inside.
And thank you to that reporter. In more local news now, an irrigation canal break continues to cause problems for an area of Grant County. The break happened back on August 5th between Road 5 and Road O Northeast. It sent water pouring over several areas and triggered level 2 get set evacuation levels. Officials drained the irrigation canal and set up dikes to begin repairing the break. When it will be completed is not yet known. Turning to business news now, a quick consumer alert to tell you about. BMW is recalling more than 100,000 vehicles. The issue is with a starter motor. It can fail, and when drivers make repeated attempts to start the vehicle, it can overheat the motor. Now, that carries the risk of starting a fire in the engine compartment. 14 models of crossovers and sedans from 2019 and 2020 are affected. The IRS tonight says they will resume reviewing COVID-era employee claims. The IRS said today that they can start processing the backlog of claims for what's called the Employee Retention Credit. Officials say that is a step forward for a program that was intended to help businesses survive the pandemic, but the IRS was originally worried about fraud. A Washington state woman had the ride of a lifetime after delivering her baby on board a ferry. What started out as a scary moment for the mom-to-be ended with a joyous moment. Sebastian Robertson has the story.
In his 26 years working on board Washington state ferries, Captain Noah Lando says he can sense when something is not right.
I could tell something was wrong. We weren't going to leave until we figured it out.
Tuesday, just as they were about to pull away from Lopez Island due for Anacortes, word spread that a woman on board was going into labor.
In my experience, almost always people come forth, doctors, nurses, EMTs, and then the crew. They just knew without being told to start moving cars around to make a space for the ambulance to back down.
But before rescue crews arrived, this baby had already been born. Arlo Trey Mack, 7 pounds, 1 ounce. Birthplace, Washington State Ferry. Welcome news announced over the ship's PA system.
She said, baby boy has just been born. And then there was just this loud cheer went up.
Believe it or not, this is the second baby born on board a vessel Captain Landau is in command of.
That was Sebastian Robertson reporting. Tonight, the mother and baby are doing just fine. Well, tears of joy in one of the Superior Court rooms in the Benton County Justice Center today. It's all part of the Benton and Franklin County's Adult Drug Court program, a program that's uniquely tailored to each participant to guide them through the road of recovery. And 3 participants are now celebrating a graduation from the program, one of them sharing a few words of guidance to other participants.
If you're not ready, get out now. If you're ready, listen to what they have for you to do. Follow directions, be honest with them. If you're struggling, be honest with them. be honest with them. Did I mention be honest? Because if you're not honest with them, they're going to find out and they're going to believe that you are not ready to do this.
At the end of the program, they always get to shred their criminal history. So far, 364 participants have graduated from the program. The news at 6:30, just getting started. Still ahead tonight, Tropical Storm Debbie, now a tropical depression, but the storm is still violent. We'll show you what people are facing. And let's take a live look outside from our By-Mart Skycam in Yakima. Stacy Lee checking in with your full forecast when we come back.
Jessica Jalal and Jill Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Enjoy bowling here at Triple Play, where fun is always in season. French fries are fun, which is always in season here at Triple Play. Speaking of fun, did you know it's always in season at Triple Play?
Dude, what's with dropping the tagline?
The marketing ladies wanted me to push it.
What did they offer you?
5 pizzas.
Gonna share, right?
Of course.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Oh, thanks.
Need to refresh your room in your home?
Yep, this one.
Well, right now, you can get a look you love and save big during the extended anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or get 60 months no interest financing. Honey, we're going to Furniture Row! The extended anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
Live Sunday, September 15th, it's the Emmys. Find out who wins the year's top honors.
I have to put this down. I still don't have the strength.
Zing! Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
When television's biggest night comes to ABC.
I love this part. And the Emmy.
The Emmy goes to...
I'm a winner, baby!
The Emmys, live Sunday, September 15th on ABC and next day on Hulu.
Summer in our area usually means great weather.
Hot days and warm evenings are the norm.
But every so often, a storm moves in with dangerous wind, lightning, and rain.
Count on Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather to warn you in advance of coming storms.
With First Alert Weather, we're helping you plan ahead, so you'll be ready when the weather gets a little crazy. Stacy Lee evenings, Josh Colbert mornings. We're Apple Valley News Now. First Alert Weather on your side.
On your side.
Always on your side.
Usually when people knock on your doors, they're trying to sell you something, but we're actually here to give you money.
DSAMA is this month's winner of Volunteers Count.
We have fosters throughout the Tri-Cities. We have about 50 total. And so my home is usually the home where all the animals come in to sort of do, our intakes.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Next ET, counting down to It Ends With Us, we're with Blake Lively in full bloom.
I did want her to come off like a delicate flower.
Plus, on set of SEAL Team's final season, next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Welcome back. Hurricane Debbie weakened to a tropical storm, and now it is a tropical depression. But the threat isn't over just yet. The storm is expected to bring heavy rain to the Carolinas. It made its second landfall today on the South Carolina coast. Cheryl Hubbard has the latest.
Doors blowed out. Ceilings blown out.
Alarms at Springfield Middle School blared Thursday as first responders assessed the damage. A tornado spawned by Tropical Storm Debbie tore through the Wilson County, North Carolina school, ripping holes in the ceiling, flipping desks over, and blowing doors off the hinges. But that was just one stop on Debbie's path of destruction.
I said, Lord, I've worked all my life for what I got here. Please don't take it.
Norman Toller prayed for the tornado to pass by his home Thursday morning, and it did. But one of his neighbors did not survive the twister, bringing Debbie's death toll to 6.
Looked back out the back door and I seen a twister going across the backyard and stuff flying, and I went down there praying.
Debbie was moving around 10 miles an hour Thursday evening over Charlotte, North Carolina. It's expected to pick up speed as it moves into northern Virginia before accelerating through Pennsylvania and New York Friday. The storm will reach New England Saturday, where heavy rain and flash flooding is on the forecast. In one dramatic rescue, the Raleigh Fire Department rescued 3 children stuck in rapidly rising and fast-moving water on Thursday.
She was barely holding on, and then the rescue team came just in time to come put her in the boat.
State officials are encouraging residents to stay safe.
We asked North Carolinians to be careful.
Members of North Carolina's National Guard have been mobilized to assist in more ground and swift water rescues. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Forecasters say heavy rainfall will result in catastrophic flooding across portions of the mid-Atlantic states and Northeast through Saturday morning. Meanwhile, dangerously high heat is now straining storm recovery efforts across the Southeast, where thousands of customers are still without power.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll take a live look outside as the Tri-City Dust Devils getting ready to hit the field here at 7 o'clock. It's 96 degrees, so it's a warm night. Winds are nice, about 10 miles an hour. That'll cool you down. Humidity keeps going up. Our feels like temp is 93, so temperatures eventually dropping down into the 80s. We're still keeping an eye on our air quality. We've been talking a lot about that over the last few days. We still have an air quality alert for the Yakima County area until further notice. Morrow County, that will expire tomorrow. And we're starting to see some improving air quality. I'm seeing a few more pockets of green popping up here and there. That means a good air quality. Some of this smoke and haze is going to start moving down to the north out of our area as we're going to start to see a northerly flow. And you can see that on our visible satellite as we get to the more gray color. That's lighter smoke, this heavier smoke now moving towards Heppner, Hermiston, all this area, but that'll start to improve as the night goes on. Here's our futurecast, and as you can see, that northerly flow of winds, that's going to give us much better air quality as we get into our day tomorrow and into Friday night. So looking good for the weekend. Let's talk about our weather pattern. We've had this big heat dome, and it's now spreading east of Dallas, out Houston, all the way out to Los Angeles. It's been sitting there for days, hasn't moved. Now, what has changed is our jet streams above, and let's focus in on the Pacific Northwest. Pretty clear and calm as we get into your Friday northwesterly flow. You see those winds coming down and swooping in. Here's where we'll see a chance of some showers across the Cascade Mountains and the Olympic Peninsula. It's going to stay pretty dry on the west side, or excuse me, the east side of the state, where we could see a pop-up stray thunder shower, but not likely. It looks like we're going to stay pretty dry. This is the biggie, though. A cold front moving in from Canada today. Check it out. It's all encompassing the northern portion of our state from Montana all the way over to Minneapolis and down into the Denver area. Temperatures dropping a good 20 to 25 degrees below the normal, and that's playing an impact also on our weather. Now, our temperatures here in eastern Washington are sticking right around where they should be, just a little bit above the average. And as we get into next week, we're going to start dropping below that average for the first time all summer long. So a little heat relief coming our way, as well as better air quality. So look for those hazy conditions, that smoke really starting to move down to the south. So Hermiston, Pendleton, you guys probably dealing with that tonight, but things are going to start looking a whole lot better tomorrow. Let's look for some sunshine out there, clear skies, nice and warm once again. We're in the upper 90s here in the Tri-Cities, lower and middle 90s there in Walla Walla. Golf forecast, I would do an early tee time, although it should be a really nice weekend for golf. Look at Sunday at 95, so get those early tee times and stay hydrated. Here's your Yakima 7-day planner, 90s through Sunday. Then we start seeing those 80s come in, a nice long string of those. Very slight chance of some stray showers Friday and Saturday. Ellensburg, same chance of showers there. Some windy, gusty winds on Monday. Taking a peek at Hermiston, those 90-degree temps hang with us through Monday, and then we'll drop into the 80s. Walla Walla looking good. You're going to stay in the 90s also through the weekend with a very slight chance of showers. 80s as we get into the rest of those days. And then Tri-Cities, we're going to have a nice weekend. I think clearing conditions, like I said, maybe a good weekend to get the boat out on the Columbia River. River temperatures right now are nice and warm, close to 70 degrees. So not a bad looking forecast, Austin. And yes, I'm looking forward to cooler temps.
And those temperatures is that more kind of normal for this time of year?
Right, like those mid and low 90s is normal. So those, triple digits was really above the average. And then seeing those 80s in August is a little unusual as well. But we are transitioning from El Nino to La Nina, and that's going to change and impact our weather coming up this winter. So we'll talk about that a little later.
Yes, we will. Stacey, thank you. Coming up next on your news at 6:30, big news on the Olympic front. Stay with us.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride.
But I already paid.
Struggling with persistent pain? Board-certified physiatrist Dr. Ralph Lorenzo is now caring for patients at Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic. Dr. Lorenzo brings over 30 years' experience in physical medicine and rehabilitation, specializing in the management and treatment of acute and chronic pain conditions. Start a new path in restoring your quality of life and ask your primary care provider about making a referral to see Dr. Lorenzo. This is how we care.
We are celebrating a new chapter at Shelby's Floral, and we're now open at our brand new building on Clearwater in Kennewick. For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. And now, we hope you will join us for the grand opening of our new store on Friday, August 16th at 11 a.m. Enjoy a light snack, door prizes, and raffle giveaways as we cut the ribbon and open our doors to a world of floral wonders. Shelby's Floral. Experience the magic of flowers, crafted every day with care and creativity.
It's the all-new Apple Valley News Now weekend with local news, regional news, first alert weather, and much more every Saturday and Sunday, including a complete wrap-up Sunday night at 11. Apple Valley News Now weekend from Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
Joan, what are your must-haves in a man?
I'm very picky about a man being a gentleman, somebody who's generous, and also somebody who's humble.
Whoever that guy is, we want you to be happy.
I want to propose a toast. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys have been the best family in the world. I'm not here to replace Dad. I just want our family to be whole again. Cheers to a great adventure.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have details on what local events you can attend this weekend, one of them being an observance for the 79th anniversary of the atomic bombings of Japan. That and more events will be right here Friday morning from 5 to 7.
There are those who factor and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals, ready in 2 minutes.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
Well, more drama, but it's not the worst drama.
Okay.
Okay. This is in track and field at the Paris Olympics. The battle for supremacy now on the basketball court.
That's right. And we'll explain about a new world record that did not result in a gold medal. Check it out.
An upset on the track in the men's 200 meters. Noah Lyles, who won gold in the men's 100 meters, stunned by Botswana's Letziel Tobago. American Kenny Bedarek won silver. Lyles took bronze. Noah seen struggling on the track after the race. His rep confirming to ABC News that he has COVID. He tested positive on Tuesday morning. The U.S. men's basketball team on to the gold medal match after defeating Nikola Jokic and Serbia. They play France in the final Saturday. In the men's speed climb, American Sam Watson winning bronze and setting a new world record with time of 4.74 seconds after failing to make the gold medal race. In women's volleyball, Team USA on to the gold medal match with a win against Brazil. The final set for Sunday. The U.S. women's water polo team failing to reach the gold medal game with a loss against Australia. They'll play the Netherlands Saturday for bronze. And finally, the U.S. women's soccer team getting ready for their gold medal match against Malta and powerhouse Brazil on Saturday. Earlier, they reflected on what it took to reach the final and their hopes going into the game.
It will take everything. It will take every last bit of energy, legs, brain cells that we have to win this game. Brazil is such a great team, and they're going to be a challenging opponent. So it's going to take everything, but we're definitely ready for it.
The last time the Americans won gold was in 2012 in London.
And swimmer Katie Ledecky and rower Nick Mead will serve as the flag bearers at the closing ceremony for Team USA. I've been pretty much glued to it. I've been waiting for breakdancing. Anybody else?
Oh yeah, breaking. It's a new sport apparently. Yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. You've got final weather next.
That's right.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals. Upgrade your home with the new Bosch dishwasher for just $6.99. Unmatched efficiency and state-of-the-art features. Dishes come out spotless every time. Enjoy exceptional savings and top-tier performance with this premium appliance. The Precision Wash system uses intelligent sensors to scan and check the progress of dishes throughout the cycle, while the Eco Silence motor systems ensures a quiet operation. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
The savings continue with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Save $20 on a Coleman 4-person Skydome tent, now just $49.99. Save on a Yoli Klamath Easy Lift 10x10 canopy. Purina Laying a 40-pound crumble or pellet feed is just $14.99. Plus, spring and summer apparel is up to 50% off. Find our latest mailer online or pick one up in-store today at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest, homegrown, honest values.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is teeing up for the Epson Tour Road to the LPGA Tournament with an exciting round of the $100,000 Go for the Green giveaway. Win up to $5,000 in cash and prizes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in August. Play with your club wildcard to earn entries every day. Then multiply them up to 10 times on Mondays. Then Saturday, September 7th, 3 lucky players will putt to win up to $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Do frozen screens make your heart melt? Do buffering wheels give you butterflies? Didn't think so. You should meet Ziply Fiber. It's faster, it's friendlier, it's fiber. Ziply is fiber optic internet. That means no lag and no buffering. Gotta love it. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 12th through the 18th.
And welcome back. Our favorite segment, of course, our viewer photo of the day. This one comes to us from Thomas Reed, a great shot in Sela. This was taken on August 5th. You can see the little slice of the moon there. And again, a smoky sunrise. I know I don't like the smoke, but they do make for great weather photos. So
sure do.
QR code on the right side of your screen, or just go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on the weather tab.
Thank you for joining us here at 6. Hoping your news is good news. We'll be back at 11.
Good night.